Good morning, Casey here, recording live from the beautiful town of Buchanan, Virginia. It's a great day to be alive in the Commonwealth, and I wanted to record a quick video with you this morning. And this morning's video is called the 411. Get the juicy details, and that's what you're gonna get, all the juicy details. So let's go in. I'll give you a quick tour. I wanted to pop on camera myself here as I talk about a few things with you. And we will also give you a tour in the process and give you the juicy details. We all like juicy details, right? Well, you know, it's been several months since we opened our downtown stores. We have KC Collections, KC Home Textiles, and we have KC Collections too. And for us, June and July are big transition months. You know, as we get ready for that back half of the year, when that fall merchandise starts rolling in and the Christmas merchandise starts rolling in, we've got to get organized and we've got to make tremendous amounts of space. To put things in perspective for you, it's nothing for us to get 9 to 10 pallets of freight at one time as we get ready. Now this year, we not only have to get ready at one store, KC Collections, but we have to get KC Home Textiles all decked out and KC Collections too. So a couple of things to know then, you know, as you go down the path of opening 2 new stores, and boy, was it a path. Our journey started about a year ago, and we've just been delighted to be on the journey. And the buildings closed in August, and we quickly started preparing and getting the inventory ready to go in, making the best decisions we could at the time about what to include in the stores, how to price the product, which really was bought at last year's prices. So by the time we opened in 2019 and started reordering product, you know, we were already buying at the new year prices, but having our prices set at last year's prices. So there are a couple of things I want to talk about with you. Again, the juicy details, the 411, we all like juicy details, right? About some things that are going on in stores that I want you to know about straight from Casey's mouth. So let's get on a quick tour here. We're going to be doing lots of inventory adjustments as we go through, and I'm going to give you a tour as I talk about the rest of this because you don't need to see my halfway together hair this morning. But we're going to be doing a number of extreme markdowns as we go through getting ready, making space for the back half of the year, and that's great news for you. And thanks to everyone that's been in, you know, our July 4th event does wrap up today. We still have a large selection of orange ticket items. I'll show you those. And we've been adding to them each and every day. More is going out this morning. We still have our brown wicker sets, a few of those left. Quantities are limited. We're out of the gray ones right now. And good morning, and thanks to everybody that's tuning in. Juicy details on the way all through the live. Our eucalyptus bench we've now sold out of. We do still have our frame prints on here at KC Collections, as well as KC Collections 2 and KC Home Textiles. And the final day to register here at KC Collections for a $100 gift certificate to be given away. Now also remember, down at the other 2 stores, there's lots of goodies going on the final day there as well. KC Home Textiles got 15% off. That does include only the in-stock merchandise. It excludes furniture and Christmas and fall. There's other in-store specials. We've been adding lots of specials through the store each day. Can't combine the discounts though, so if there's an orange ticket item, that doesn't get combined with the 15% off. And again, this special does run through today at KC Collections 2, and today being Monday, July 8th. So hitting the highlights of what's going on as we then roll into the details of what I wanted to get together with you about this morning. 15% off Friendship Upholstery, 15% off our in-stocked area rugs, and 15% off our frame prints. So giving you a quick tour here, and also again just kind of bringing up the fact that we are getting ready for tremendous amounts of freight to roll in. And I don't know how it happens, but we are out of room at all 3 locations. So in some cases, that's going to be exceptional news for you as we continue to make more room. You know, we've got flags, some flags that we're marking down to $4.99 that are going back out this morning. We've got some American flags that are way reduced. I mean, we're just going through, and basically when I get in this mode, you definitely want to come in and shop, because it's where I'm taking it down, slashing it like never before, because I know what's getting ready to roll in the door, and it's nothing like giving back and letting you pick up some great deals as we work to make room for you. So as far as our markdown items here, there's tons of things that we are going to continue to put out today. Like I said, we started more markdowns yesterday. Christmas isn't that far away, you know, so come in and pick up those stocking stuffer gifts, other things. We've got great markdowns, you know, on our quilt sets, as well as our bed skirts, you know, bed skirts for 20 bucks. We've got valances that match up to the quilts. We've continued to restock our pillows, our linens. More's going out this morning. So there're just lots of goodies that you don't want to miss out on as we have this. And we've brought in more shelves too that are greatly reduced. The big ones, all except one, I think, sold. But this whole aisle is now a markdown aisle. And just to kind of make sure that you got the 411 on this, we always put out a markdown rack or two. It just typically goes out around Memorial Day. But as we've been hamsters on a wheel with the two other stores, you know, we never got it out. So when we do it this time, it just means good news for you. There's more stuff that'll be out on our markdown rack that will keep loading up. Now, another thing that I want to make sure to tell you, again, juicy details straight from KC, is that this is the time of year where we are taking price increases from our Amish suppliers. And you know that our furniture is phenomenally priced. I mean, you cannot beat the quality and the prices of our Amish furniture. And what that means is if there are pieces that you're looking to get, you need to come in sooner rather than later, because we are taking price increases. We don't know the exact amounts from all vendors, but I'm going to be working through that in the next week or two so that we can go ahead and make adjustments and be prepared for that. In other words, our markup is so small that we can't absorb the price increases that we're now getting passed to annually related to Amish furniture. Also related to Amish furniture, if you're in the market to, let's say, get something in your home, you know, everything for sale is for sale that's on the floor, but you're in the market to get something in, let's say, before Thanksgiving. We are at an 8 to 12 week window to get that back. So while we haven't set the firm dates, I would say around August 1, you know, make sure you come on in and decide, you know, what you're looking for so we can get it on order, because it doesn't take long for August 1 to turn into November 1, and it's just crazy how that happens. Another thing that we're working on related to pricing is some of our large seasonal vendors. Well, I don't claim to understand everything there is to know about tariff increases, but when we placed our monster orders at the beginning of this year, and by the way, folks, we placed these fall orders, I think it was January, if not January, late February. And when we placed those orders, they said, hey, listen, we know there's going to be tariff increases. We don't know what they're going to be. But when you place this order that's non-cancelable, what that means is whatever the prices are, we'll keep you posted. Well, we're starting to get in those revised price increases that are 10 to 15% higher than what we had originally planned on. So do bear in mind that we're doing a lot of work right now to make room, as I now kind of see, wow, we got a lot of inventory coming, but we're also spending time to make room to make sure that we can display it well, have it shown nicely, and of course making all kinds of adjustments to our point of sale system and adding things onto our website with our new prices. So I wanted you to know that all of that's going on, and that's another reason why when we have these markdown racks, it's so important to take advantage, because if you're keeping up with everything, you know, prices aren't going down, they're only going up. And with that being said, you know, when we open, for example, KC Home Textiles, that merchandise again was bought last year at last year's prices. So when I priced the product and we opened the doors in February, I knew what the new pricing was because of course I had gotten it by then, but I didn't want to automatically start raising prices as soon as the store opened. But as we move through July, I've got to adjust pricing to reflect what we're paying for the goods, now, because in some cases we're absorbing 10 to 15% price increases from last year and just haven't wanted to change things. So we wanted to let you know a little bit about that and let you know that we're going to be here. KC Collections will remain, KC Home Textiles, KC Collections too. We're going to be around for the long haul. And with that being said, we want you to understand that mid-year is always a good time to take a look at maybe things now that the stores have been open that we have to do a little bit differently to ensure that we'll be around for the long haul. There's no worries, but in case you don't know, I am an accountant, and what that means is my job's to look out for my customers, my team, and to make sure that we can continue to offer you incredibly great prices. So in order to do that, I want to talk to you about some changes and let you know why they're coming down. At Textiles, we used to have 4 beds set up. At this point, we haven't been able to serve you as well with some other product categories, so now we're going to have 2 beds set up. We've already taken them down. We're going to add some other racking or other things there to make some other product categories a little more shoppable for you, and we're also clearing out some inventory there. So while most of our markdown items are being pushed through KC Collections, the main store, as I indicated in a prior live, we're now running out of room here for a markdown section. So there are some great deals. Some of my quilts, we've got marked down 25% off at KC Home Textiles. So be sure to check it out. All we're trying to do is adjust the inventory. In some cases, we picked patterns that maybe weren't your favorite. So if I've got 4 of an item, then 2 of them might be marked down. And we want to make sure that we make those adjustments and get out of there what isn't maybe your favorites so that we have room. Room is so precious and we are totally out of that. So the goal is to make room to be able to better serve you. At KC Collections 2, a couple of changes coming into effect there before I get to a couple other good juicy details that I want to talk to you about. We're working to shift product categories from the main store to KC Collections 2 and vice versa. We've learned some better ways to serve you, particularly in relation to furniture and in relation to servicing you when it comes to 8x10 area rugs. And by the way, if you're in the market for rugs, there's no one in the valley that's going to beat our prices. Our selection and our prices are unmatchable. So we do invite you to come in. We challenge you to find better pricing and a better selection anywhere in the region. So the changes at KC Collections 2, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take months to enact, but we want you to be aware, as you're seeing all these shifts and markdown racks and all of this going on, that it's just simply a matter of getting ready for the back half of the year. And when you open 2 new stores in the first quarter, there's things that you learn along the way that, wow, we should have thought of that, or we should have thought of that, or boy, we need to get our act together on this before our busiest 6 months of the year come about. And so this is sort of our calm before the storm. So we talked about the markdown rack at the main store, and I showed you that. I told you that we're adding a lot of new items each and every day to that rack. Another thing that's really big that I want to talk to you about is a new policy that we're going to have in place, and that's to ensure that we can continue to provide you exceptional product at exceptional prices as we work to absorb, increases coming at us from everywhere, in particular, some of these tariff increases. Our orange ticket items, as well as our furniture, rugs, and bedding, all of our sales on those items at all KC stores have been final for a bit now. With that in mind, we have felt like the best way to serve you and ensure that we can keep great prices, because that's the goal. You know, our motto has always been, we don't do pushy sales, we don't do commission team members, we don't market way up to market way down, we don't do the tricks and the trades. We just want to offer you a great selection at great prices. And in order to do that, a new policy that's effective starting on Thursday, July 11th, is that all sales on all items at all KC stores are final. So what we want you to do is just make sure that whatever it is that you need, it's something that you want to take home and keep at home. For example, if you're looking for something to add to a centerpiece that you have at home, then bring that item in and we'll help you. We'll make sure it looks right and you're happy before you leave. If you're looking to, let's say, match up your curtains to your couch, well, just bring in an armrest cover or a pillow and bring it on in and we'll help you match it up, and you can see and make sure that you're okay with that before you leave the store. So again, effective 7/11, unfortunately, we're going to need to make sales on all products at all KC stores final. You know, I won't go into the gory details, but you know, ultimately, we can't absorb product coming back that we can't resale and put back out on the floor. And we certainly can't put product back out on the floor, you know, that a customer brings back that, you know, maybe indicates hasn't been in a smoking environment, but we can tell that it has. We can't exactly just throw it back out there and resell it. So as you grow, it's important that, you know, we make sure we're going to be around for the long haul, and we are. And it's important that we control our costs and our inventory levels so that we can continue to offer you great pricing. But the larger you get, the more you have to consider, you know, things that are maybe going right and things that are going wrong. So we want you to make sure that you're sure of what you get and maybe put a little more thought to it if you can, because we can't take the products back. And I hope you'll understand where we're coming from for that. I'll give you a quick example. You come in and you buy 6 pair of panels. I already have them $10 to $15 cheaper than you're going to buy them anywhere else. I look at my inventory and I go ahead and I reorder 8 pair. I say, wow, you know, 8 pairs sold in 2 days. I'm going to reorder 8 pair. You bring them back on the 29th day, and then there you go. I've got 14 pair of panels and a bunch of dead stock, and that's not going to allow me to continue to sell at those prices. So we've done a little survey with some of our customers and asked them, you know, would you prefer great pricing to continue and just be able to make sure of what you buy when you buy it, or do you want us to raise our prices to be able to cover the administrative costs of the losses and the dead stock that we're incurring as a result of the flexibility that we've tried to provide? And in every situation in a minor poll we took, people definitely preferred, you know, better prices, because in the world where money is so important, we want to be able to offer great prices. A final bit of juicy details that I wanted to kind of mention to you straight from Casey's mouth is that we haven't figured out a way to be able to handle gift certificates effectively at all 3 stores. And I learned a long time ago that if you can't do it well, then don't do it. So effective immediately, unfortunately, until we can figure out a solution that serves our customers well, we will discontinue our gift certificate sales. So I wanted to let you know that we won't until we can do it right. And the 3-store setup is really causing us difficulty. We have discontinued our gift certificate sales. All of this, again, is being done to make sure that we can continue to serve you with the best prices, with the best environment that we can possibly provide during this time. So understand, while some of this may feel negative, it's all from the heart in an attempt to make sure that we can offer you great pricing for the long haul. In addition, there's been a customer request book at Textiles where we haven't really been set up to take payment in advance for things the way we always used to do it at the main store. And that customer request book, I mean, it's gotten to the point where we've got a lot of satisfied customers that we've ordered for. We've got some people that we're going to be ordering for this week and getting that caught up. But ultimately, we've also placed a lot of orders for stuff, called folks, and then never heard back. And now I'm stuck with product that I ordered for them that they no longer want. So effective immediately, customer requests, could only be honored with upfront payment. That'll have to be, kind of approved by me to make sure it's something that I can get you in a timely manner. And again, we're just working to make sure that we examine kind of what's going on in all 3 stores and honor what's going on in all 3 stores and making sure that we make adjustments now that we've been open for a while to ensure that things are going to operate well and that we can work to serve you for the long haul. Coming back to gift certificates for a minute, just to make sure there's no rumble and rumor, we're certainly going to honor the ones that we have sold. We're giving away gift certificates during the event. We're going to honor those. It's not an issue of not honoring the gift certificates that are out there. It's a matter of we're not going to be selling any more of those. So that pretty much, I believe, is a lot of the juicy 411 right from Casey's mouth of things that I wanted to go over with you. I want you to know that we're grateful for the warm welcome that we've received from so many of our loyal customers that travel for so far away. We're grateful that you come to our quaint little town and not only shop with us, but stroll the streets, buy your ice cream cones, catch lunch, buy gas, do all the things, call us about hotels in the area that you do to improve the environment, to improve the economy in our quaint little town of the world. Because when you're coming here, you all know you're constantly asking us, where's a good place for this or where's a good place for that. So while we're working to bring you here and to keep you really satisfied with our prices and what we have to offer, we know that you're also working to help all the other businesses in the community. And we're grateful for that. We're grateful for your business. We're grateful for your commitment to stroll the streets of Buchanan. We're grateful for you shopping the other shops here and eating in the restaurants and filling your tanks up and helping us be a part of what, and I'm going to say it, God put us here to do, and that's to help revitalize the town of Buchanan. So for now, that's the wrap. Know you're appreciated. I wanted you to understand some of the changes that are going on and that, oh yeah, keep in mind, tons of freight is on the way. For now, though, I'm KC, and that's a wrap. Signing off with the juicy details straight from the KC mouth. Have a blessed day. Stay tuned. P.S. by the way, to your email on Wednesday. You just never know what you might find in an email. And if you're not signed up for our email, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Because what's going to start to happen is I'm going to send things out by email that I don't post at all on social media. So we want you to be in our fan club. Join our email today. Go to kccountryhomeaccents.com. Check your email on Wednesday. Be a part of our fan club. Don't always rely on the methods of communication that we don't own, such as Facebook and social media. Stay in the loop. Join the club. It's the right thing to do. Have a great day.